They told us seeds were healthy, full of fiber packed with nutrients, and straight from nature. Sounds perfect, right? But here's what they didn't tell you. For people over 60, some of those healthy seeds could be doing more harm than good. Recent studies now show that certain seeds, ones most people snack on daily, may actually speed up aging, harm blood vessels, and quietly trigger inflammation that's tied to stroke, joint damage, and even heart failure. And the scariest part, almost no one knows. One study in the Journal of Gerontology found that just one type of seed increased inflammation markers in older adults by 67% in only 3 weeks. Yet it's still marketed as a heart-healthy snack. In today's video, we're going to reveal the 4 seeds you should absolutely avoid, and the 4 seeds that could help you sleep better, move easier, and feel younger again. The one bad seed. It's probably sitting in your kitchen right now. The one good one. It helped one of our patients walk pain-free after years of arthritis. Everything we're sharing is backed by real science, peer-reviewed research, and over 2 decades of experience in senior nutrition. But first, a quick question for you. What seeds do you eat every day? And have you ever noticed bloating, joint pain, or skin problems after eating them? Drop your answers in the comments. We read and reply to every single one, and you might get a personalized tip from our team. All right, let's dive into the 4 seeds you should stop eating immediately. Number 4. Sesame seeds. Now I know what you're thinking. Sesame seeds, really? They're everywhere, sprinkled on burger buns, baked into crackers, drizzled as tahini in Mediterranean dishes, and stirred into Asian stir-fries. But here's what most people over 60 don't realize. Sesame seeds can be surprisingly problematic for seniors, especially when eaten frequently. The main issue: phytates. Sesame seeds are rich in these natural compounds that actually block your body's ability to absorb key minerals, including calcium, magnesium, and zinc. In younger adults with strong digestion, this isn't a huge deal. But as we age, we don't absorb nutrients as well. So phytates can make a big dent in the minerals your body desperately needs. A 2020 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that high phytate diets reduced calcium absorption by up to 27% in older adults, increasing the risk of bone-thinning fractures and osteoporosis. But that's not the only red flag. Sesame also became the 9th official major allergen in the U.S. in 2023 after a spike in adult-onset reactions, many of them in people over 50. The symptoms, not always dramatic. They can show up as skin rashes, stuffy sinuses, sneezing fits, bloating, low-grade fatigue that no one can explain. We had a patient, Linda, 69, retired nurse, who came to us with stubborn joint pain, eczema on her elbows, and digestive discomfort. She had already tried cutting dairy, gluten, and red meat. Nothing worked. After running food sensitivity tests, guess what showed up? Sesame. Turns out she'd been eating hummus every single day, not realizing that tahini, the main ingredient, is made from ground sesame seeds. Once we eliminated sesame and swapped in healthy fats from avocado and walnuts, things changed quickly. Within 2 weeks, her skin was clear. Her digestion normalized. Her knees, which had ached for 6 years, felt better than they had in a decade. Her exact words: "I feel 15 years younger." So here's the lesson. If you're over 60 and eating hummus, sesame oil, or superseed crackers, pay attention. Sesame may be silently triggering immune responses, stealing minerals, and stressing your gut. Number 3. Sunflower seeds. Now, this might surprise you. Sunflower seeds seem harmless. They're sold everywhere, tossed in salads, baked into granola bars, and praised for being high in vitamin E. But for people over 60, these tiny seeds can quietly wreak havoc. Why? Because they're extremely high in omega-6 fatty acids, the inflammatory cousin of omega-3. Second, while your body does need some omega-6, balance is everything. A 2022 study in Nutrition and aging says the ideal omega-6 to omega-3 ratio is about 4 to 1. But sunflower seeds, they spike that ratio to 18 to 1 or more, especially in seniors who eat them daily. That imbalance creates the perfect storm for chronic inflammation, causing joint pain, stiffness, and even damage to the arteries. We had a patient, Margaret, 72, retired librarian. Healthy lifestyle, walked every day, cooked at home. But she came in with swollen ankles and constant fatigue. After reviewing her diet, we found the issue: sunflower seeds. She was eating them in salads, snacks, and homemade bars every day. Her inflammation levels, 3 times the normal range. We swapped out sunflower seeds for a mix of chia prepared properly, more on that soon, and flaxseed. 10 days later, the swelling began to drop. By week 3, she was walking nearly 4 times as long without feeling tired. Her blood markers for inflammation dropped 42%. So if you're over 60, especially if you deal with arthritis, high cholesterol or low energy, sunflower seeds might not be your friend anymore. Number 2, cottonseed and cottonseed oil. Now, here's one most people don't even realize they're eating: cottonseed. You don't see cotton seeds sprinkled on food, but their oil is everywhere. Cottonseed oil is one of the cheapest oils in the processed food industry. It hides in granola crackers, baked goods, and salad dressings labeled as low-fat or heart-healthy. But here's the danger: cottonseed oil contains a natural toxin called gossypol. It's a defense chemical the plant uses to repel bugs, and it's terrible for your body, especially as you age. Gossypol messes with your heart's electrical rhythm, blocks calcium absorption in muscles, and weakens mitochondria, your cell's energy engines. A 2016 study in toxicology reports found that gossypol creates oxidative stress in the heart and throws off potassium levels, both of which raise the risk of arrhythmias and fatigue. Older adults are especially vulnerable because our detox systems slow down over time. One of our patients, Joan, age 70, switched to a low-fat diet after her doctor raised concerns about cholesterol. She started eating more healthy boxed snacks and dressings, but within weeks, she felt constantly tired. She had heart flutters, strange muscle cramps, and her energy was gone. We dug into her diet and noticed almost every item contained cottonseed oil. Once we removed it and replaced her snacks with roasted chickpeas, sliced avocado, and olive oil, the change was stunning. By week 2, her muscle cramps were gone. By week 3, the heart palpitations vanished, and she told us she felt alive again. Here's the takeaway: cottonseed oil is cheap, sneaky, and dangerous. If you're over 60, check every label, especially on crackers, baked goods, and low-fat dressings. You might be eating something that's silently draining your energy and harming your heart. Number 1, chia seeds. This one shocks people every time. The one seed to avoid if eaten the wrong way is chia. Wait, chia, the darling of every health blog and smoothie bowl. Yup, here's the issue: chia seeds expand a lot. They can absorb up to 12 times their weight in water. That's fine if you soak them, but if you eat them dry or in powder form, especially with just a little liquid, it can spell big trouble for seniors. Why? Because digestion slows down with age. Many older adults have issues like GERD, IBS, or narrowing of the esophagus. And in that case, dry chia seeds can swell up mid-swallow or mid-digestion, leading to choking, constipation, or even full obstructions. One case, reported in the Annals of Emergency Medicine, told of a 72-year-old man who ended up with a blocked esophagus after swallowing a spoonful of dry chia with water. The seeds expanded and created a gel-like mass that had to be removed with surgery. We had a similar case with Roberto, a 74-year-old former truck driver. His daughter bought him a superfood pack that included chia powder. He began tossing it in smoothies and cereal without soaking it. A week later, he was bloated, constipated, and in severe pain. He hadn't had a bowel movement in 5 days. His belly was distended. He looked exhausted. We stopped the chia, gave him a gentle laxative, and introduced soaked flaxseed instead. By day 3, he was back to normal. We also taught him how to properly soak chia at least 30 minutes in water before adding it to meals. Chia isn't bad. It's rich in fiber omega-3 second and antioxidants, but it has to be soaked or it becomes a hidden hazard. If you're over 60, never eat chia dry or sprinkle it on food without prepping it first. And always start small, just half a teaspoon at a time. Now that you know the 4 seeds that could be silently hurting you, let's flip the script, because the next 4 seeds, they can actually help repair the damage and restore energy, clarity, and mobility as you age. Stay with us, the best is coming next. Number 4. Flax seeds. Next up, the quiet achiever, flax seeds. They're not flashy. You don't see influencers hyping them up, but inside your body, they work magic. Flax is the richest natural source of lignans, plant compounds that support hormonal balance, reduce inflammation, and even protect against certain cancers. They're also packed with alpha-linolenic acid ALA, a plant-based omega-3 that helps ease inflammation in arteries, joints, and the gut. One study in hypertension research followed 110 seniors over 70. Half ate a muffin with 30 grams of ground flaxseed daily. The other half got a placebo muffin. After 6 months, the flax group saw a 15-point drop in systolic blood pressure, a 7-point drop in diastolic numbers, on par with prescription meds, but without side effects. And here's a real-life story. Yusuf, a 8-year-old retired taxi driver, came to us dealing with high cholesterol and chronic constipation. We suggested starting small, just 1 teaspoon of ground flaxseed in yogurt every morning, then gradually increased to 2. By week 3, he said it was the first time in years he was having smooth daily bowel movements. His stomach felt lighter. His cholesterol dropped from 218 to 174 over 3 months. Triglycerides, down 33%. Here's the secret. You must grind flax for your body to absorb it. Whole flax seeds pass right through your system. You can grind them fresh or buy them pre-ground. Just keep them in the fridge because the oils are delicate. Mix into smoothies, stir into oatmeal, or add to nut butter. Just don't cook them. High heat destroys the nutrients. For seniors with slow digestion, stiff arteries, or rising cholesterol, flaxseed is one of the most powerful daily upgrades you can make. Number 3. Pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds, or pepitas, are a total sleeper hit in the world of senior nutrition. They're small, green, and often overlooked. But inside, they're loaded with the minerals aging bodies need most, especially zinc and magnesium. Let's start with zinc. Zinc supports immune health, helps wounds heal faster, and plays a huge role in muscle repair. Many older adults have low zinc simply because they don't absorb it well anymore. Then there's magnesium, vital for over 300 bodily processes, including muscle relaxation, heart rhythm, and better sleep. In a 2019 study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition, adults over 65 who ate just 30 grams of pumpkin seeds daily reported 71% improvement in sleep, 48% reduction in leg cramps. We had a patient, a Dill 73 former construction worker. He came in complaining of restless legs, poor sleep, and a tingling feeling in his calves. He'd tried calcium supplements and more water, no luck. We tested him and found low magnesium and borderline zinc deficiency. So we had him eat 1 small handful of roasted unsalted pumpkin seeds every day. Chewed slowly, nothing fancy. Within 2 weeks, his leg cramps disappeared. By the end of the month, he was sleeping through the night for the first time in years. His wife later joked, "Thank you for fixing his legs. Now I can sleep too." If you're dealing with weak muscles, restless nights, or slow recovery from injuries, pumpkin seeds might be your missing link. Number 2. Black sesame seeds. Wait, didn't we just talk about sesame as a danger seed? Yes, but there's a twist. Not all sesame is created equal. The regular kind, pale toasted sesame seeds, or the creamy tahini in your fridge, can be allergenic and mineral blocking. But black sesame seeds, that's a whole different story. These are unhulled and unrefined, meaning they still have their natural outer shell and mineral content intact. In traditional Eastern medicine, black sesame has been used for centuries to support brain health, joint strength, and blood circulation. What makes them so powerful? Lignans. These are antioxidant-rich compounds that reduce oxidative stress, especially in aging brain cells and blood vessels. A 2021 study in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry found that older adults ages 65 to 78 who consumed just 2 teaspoons of black sesame seeds daily for 60 days experienced a 13% drop in systolic blood pressure, a 22% improvement in memory recall. But here's the key. It must be black sesame, not toasted white, not tahini, and it needs to be soaked or ground, never eaten dry and whole. If you're over 60 and want better memory, calmer blood pressure, and brain support, black sesame is worth a try. Number 1, hemp seeds. Finally, the one seed. Every senior should be eating daily hemp seeds. Don't worry, these aren't the kind that get you high. Hemp seeds contain 0 THC. What they do contain is one of nature's most perfectly balanced fat profiles, an ideal 3:1 ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids. That balance is absolutely critical as we age, especially for inflammation, brain health, and muscle strength. But there's more. Hemp seeds are one of the richest sources of gamma-linolenic acid GLA, a rare anti-inflammatory compound that's been shown to ease joint pain, support hormone balance, boost metabolism, improve energy levels. Here's what makes hemp seeds perfect for seniors. They're soft and easy to chew. They don't need soaking or grinding. They're gentle on digestion. And they pack in complete protein, healthy fats, and critical minerals. You can add them to smoothies, soups, oatmeal, or just eat them by the spoonful. No fuss, no prep. For anyone over 60 struggling with fatigue, joint pain, or brain fog, this one daily habit can make a massive difference. And remember, aging doesn't mean you have to feel worse every year. Your body still responds. You can still improve energy, movement, sleep, and even mental sharpness with the right support. Seeds might seem small, but for seniors, they pack a powerful punch. You just need to know which ones to trust and which ones to toss. Now we'd love to hear from you. Have you tried any of these seeds before? What's the one thing you struggle with most? Joint pain, digestion, or sleep? Drop your experience in the comments below. We read and reply to every message with real tips and personalized advice. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to share it with a friend or family member. Because after 60, health isn't a luxury, it's your foundation for everything. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video right here on Senior Switch.